What's up? Just gonna start out by doing some blues chords that I think are important to know and really useful. And I'm gonna do it on acoustic just because that's what I have right now, and it doesn't really matter if you're using an acoustic for this. A really simple way to do a blues chord without a whole lot of work is to just do an E major, and you can do this with power chords anywhere if you want. But finishing that, do an E major, and then on the higher E that you're playing, on the third string, just go ahead and open string that, and then you'll have, which is much bluesier. I don't even know what that's called. But, and you can do that. You can do that anywhere. If you're doing a shuffle. Which, of course, you can just not do the that part, and you can just do it. Really useful one is this triangle-shaped chord. That's you can use anywhere. And in E, it would be right here on the neck, with your middle finger right here on the second string, and then you're going to make a triangle with the next finger on the next string, pointer finger on the next string, and then ring finger on the next one, and the same one as the middle finger. And then to make it real cool, I guess, use your pinky on the very next string, like this, 1 fret up or down, depending on which way you like to call it. And then it goes. That's a very important chord for things like Foxy Lady by Hendrix. Pretty much anything by Hendrix, he uses that chord, and it's not gonna be on the bass note. It's gonna be up here. So if you're doing the scale with the blues note on the E string, it's gonna be on that one. Another good one, or back to that, if you're using that chord, you can do like Purple Haze is that. Stevie Ray does Testify with that, but he starts on the scale, like I was saying, but he goes. And then that's actually the exact same shape, except instead of on the second string, you move it to the first string. And that's a good chord also. So, for instance, if you were playing in E and you were doing this shape, and you needed to go to the second change, you would go down here to the 4, I guess. And then to the 5 would be right here. that in wherever. If you're playing in E, or for instance, if you're playing in G, it's just in relation to whichever bass position the note, the key you're playing in is. Another really good chord is going to be another triangle, except moving it to the third string. Same triangle as before, but with your last three fingers instead of these three. And use these three. And for that, you can also move your pointer finger to the A string, right here. So then you've got 2 fingers on this fret, 2 fingers on this fret, and they just alternate. So if you were playing an E, for instance, you would play it up here. The bass note is here, so would be like this: bass note, and then pointer finger placement there, and then everything else falls in afterwards. So for songs like, for instance, that song by Stevie Ray, "You're Gonna Miss Me the Day That I'm Gone," and it starts out. That's basically what he's doing. And then you can move it down to the E, to the A, for your your 4 position. Go back to the other chord, maybe. Yeah, this triangle-shaped one, the Hendrix chord, I guess, as you could call it, can also be played with the pinky on this fret, which makes for a much more major sound instead of the minor bluesy. Or I guess it wouldn't be minor, but it would just, that's the blue note right there. And so if you're playing an E, and you get to the 5, you can do that right here for the B. And that's just a chord Stevie Ray uses for A. Just a cross and then catch in this one. Okay, well that's a long video, so I'm going to stop that.